Totodile is a water-type starter Pokemon introduced in the second generation of Pokemon games. Totodile is a fun, playful Pokemon. It has a habit of playfully biting any person or Pokemon it sees, and it views doing so as a friendly invitation to join in the game. However, Totodile's jaws are extremely well developed. Its bite is so immensely strong that even a minor, playful nibble from the Pokemon is enough to cause serious injury. Totodile's friendly and excitable nature would make it a popular choice for first-time trainers, but its potential to cause accidental harm leaves it less beloved than the alternate choices of Johto. Totodile's design is based on baby crocodilians. Its name continues this theme, being a combination of Tot and Crocodile. Within the Generation 2 games it debuted, Totodile is only obtained at the beginning of the game alongside its fellow Johto starters. Professor Elm offers the player a choice of the three of them, Totodile being the water option. Being a starter Pokemon, Totodile are exceedingly rare and cannot be found anywhere in the wild in Johto, or most other regions. Notable alternate ways of obtaining a Totodile include completion of the Hoenn Pokedex within Pokemon Emerald, after which Professor Birch offers the player a choice of Johto starter, defeating the Elite Four in the Hoenn remakes Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and defeating the 100 Trainer Gauntlet of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness's Mount Battle. Conquering this mountain rewards the player with a Johto starter knowing an ultimate move, Totodile's being Hydro Cannon. Totodile has its shiny sprite altered from Generation 3 onwards, its sea green body being replaced with a sky blue coloration. If the player chooses the Fire starter in Generation 2, the rival character, Silver, will choose Totodile as his partner. The first battle with Silver takes place in Cherry Grove City as the player attempts to return to Newbark Town. After defeating him, Elm reveals that a Pokemon had been stolen from the lab, and the player realises the culprit was Silver, having made off with Totodile. In the manga, Pokemon Special, Silver also steals a Totodile. He breaks into Elm's Pokemon lab with his childhood Sneasel in order to do so, due to a mission he received from Lance of the Elite Four. Totodile hasn't yet fully evolved, and so its stats are nothing special. However, it is evident that Totodile is a physical Pokemon, with attack and defense being its standouts. Upon evolving, Totodile will be able to reach its full potential. Croconaw is the evolved form of Totodile. Croconaw is said to have 48 teeth within its mouth, despite far less being visible from the outside at any given time. The powerful jaws of Totodile have only gotten stronger. Once Croconaw bites down on prey, it will not let go for any reason. Because its teeth are forked backwards like barbed fish hooks, attempting to remove a biting Croconaw yourself is folly. Doing so will be impossible. If Croconaw loses any of its 48 teeth, they are capable of quickly regrowing themselves. And when exhausted, Croconaw may not be able to open their jaws at all, due to the sheer weight behind them. Once again, Croconaw is based on crocodilians, alongside the new influence of stereotypical caveman designs. In Gold, Silver and Crystal, Croconaw can only be obtained by evolving a Totodile. It will do so beginning at level 18. Interestingly, the latest any first stage starter up to this point would evolve. Like Totodile, Croconaw is impossible to obtain in the wild, not just in Johto but across all Pokemon regions. The only exception being a Shadow Croconaw available near the beginning of Pokemon Colosseum, the GameCube spin-off game. It can be snagged from Cypher Peons in Fenac City, or, alternatively, in the post-game. In Pokemon Crystal, Croconaw is one of a few Pokemon to receive updated sprites for the third version. Its design is slightly altered to better represent the Pokemon, and to reflect Ken Sugimori's original artwork. On top of this, Croconaw also receives a reworked back sprite in Crystal, an even less common occurrence in the game, again to be better representative of the Pokemon. Its shiny sprite in Crystal retains the original coloration it did of its Gold and Silver sprites. However, it does receive a different shiny sprite as of Generation 3. Like Totodile, its sea green colour is replaced with sky blue. Silver evolves his Totodile into Croconaw before the player's second battle with him. In Azalea Town, Silver challenges the player to a battle after hearing that they had cleared Team Rocket out of Slowpoke Well. Interestingly, Silver's Croconaw is an example of an under-leveled Pokemon. Totodile won't evolve until level 18, making his Croconaw an impossibility. In the manga, Gold, the protagonist of the Gold and Silver chapter, encounters Silver in Sprout Tower, and during a battle between his Cyndaquil and Silver's Totodile, attempts to grab Totodile and return him to the lab. However, Totodile refuses and bites Gold. Upon escaping the tower, Silver's Totodile evolves into a Croconaw. As with its prior form, Croconaw is a physical Pokemon and demonstrates strength in the same areas as Totodile. Again, it is not fully evolved yet, but will soon achieve its final, most powerful form. Feraligatr, the final form of Totodile. It keeps its powerful jaws wide open in order to intimidate opponents with its rows of powerful teeth. When it does need to bite down with its immensely strong jaws, it shakes its prey like a crocodile to savagely rip them to pieces. Feraligatr is built mostly for life in the water. It's a strong swimmer, but can struggle to maintain its weight on land. Because of this, it has been known to move quadrupedally when out of the water. Whether it moves on all fours or on its hind legs, the big jaw Pokemon can move with incredible speed, even if needing to be in short bursts. Like its predecessors, Feraligatr resembles a crocodilian, with added elements of theropod dinosaurs such as Tyrannosaurus, and elements of kaiju such as the world-famous Toho creation, Godzilla. Feraligatr is only obtained by evolving Croconaw, and is unavailable in any other ways across the main series of Pokemon games. At level 30, Croconaw evolves into its final form, the earliest of any starter Pokemon, in contrast to Totodile evolving the latest. Feraligatr also receives an updated sprite in Crystal version, having its coloration altered to be more akin to Sugimori's art. Its shiny sprite in Pokemon Crystal, however, retains the same body colour of its Gold and Silver version sprites. It receives an updated shiny sprite from Generation 3 onwards, like its pre-evolutions, once again being altered in the exact same way, losing the sea green body and gaining a sky blue coloration. In the Generation 2 games, Silver evolves his Croconaw once again, into a Feraligatr for his battle with the player in the Goldenrod Tunnel during Team Rocket's invasion of the radio tower. This Feraligatr will continue to be the ace of his team. When challenged by Silver at the Indigo Plateau during the postgame, his Feraligatr will have reached an even higher level, joining a select few Pokemon in the Generation 2 games to share the distinction of being at least level 50. In the manga, Pokemon Special, Silver's Croconaw evolves alongside Gold's Quilava and Crystal's Bayleaf in order to fight back against Lugia, who attempts to crush the three of them. At its final form, Feraligatr is a powerful, physical Pokemon. Its strong attack and defense stats are complemented by a slew of generally well-rounded other statistics. In Generation 2, Feraligatr couldn't utilise its water stab moves to their full effectiveness. All water attacks prior to Generation 4 were special moves, and despite Feraligatr's decent special attack stat, its physical attack is where it shines. And it wouldn't be until the 4th generation's physical special split that Feraligatr would gain some powerful physical water attacks to use, such as Aqua Tail. As of this video's production, Feraligatr is not yet obtainable in Generation 8. It is incredibly likely that Feraligatr's Generation 8 moveset will be similar to its Generation 7 one, with some notable additions of Breaking Swipe, Brutal Swing, Muddy Water, and Psychic Fangs. Some potent new tools for the Big Jaw Pokemon to utilise that were leaked via Pokemon Home.